A lot of people, when they hear the word medicine man, like I said, they right away they make an assumption that, oh, he must be a good guy, and that he must be somebody you can trust, and they see him like a priest because you know that's a reflection of what they are. Because remember what I said yesterday is that how you see others is a reflection of yourself. So if you see a medicine man as perfect, as if he were the Pope or something, that shows you that your way of thinking is unhealthy. It's 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 showing things that are unrealistic. Yeah, because humans, part of our existence is consisted of making mistakes, and what we need to do about that is learn from them so we don't knowingly repeat them, and we gain knowledge and wisdom from that process of coming to peace with it, as I said earlier. Yeah. So that's the way. But like I said, there's a lot of medicine men who are really not medicine men, and they are like magicians. Yeah, they know the tricks of the trade, and they use the power of suggestion. And if you go against one, it's like they work like a mafia to make something bad happen to you. Yeah, they do things really in secret. Because if it was a real medicine man would live by the rules of our culture, and those rules include respecting people even if you disagree with them. If you disagree with them, it's okay. Yeah, you just don't associate with them. You go about, doing your business elsewhere. Yeah, and continue to live the way you're living. And if that guy is a real medicine man, he's gonna respect that. He's not gonna do anything. Yeah, he's going to understand that what both of you are doing is agreeing to disagree, and that's he's not going to try to do anything to harm you. Yeah, he's going to let you go. You're going to let him go, and you both of you are continuing on your paths. Yeah, that happens sometimes. But when you say, okay, I'm going to expose you for what you're really doing, if he's a real medicine man, he'll say, go ahead. He has nothing to hide. If he's a real good one, he has nothing to hide. So he'll say, go ahead, do what you have to do. I have nothing to hide. But when the guy says, well, the spirits are going to get you, so you better be careful. Well, he's not working with spirits. He's working with people that will do anything for him. They'll even kill for him. This happened a few months ago on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. I talked a little bit about that, and I'm still waiting to see what the outcome is going to be. There's some young man by the name of Todd something. Can't remember his full name, but uh, see, he used to be. He really had an interest in Lakota spirituality. He wanted to make it his life, and he went to a fake medicine man named Jerome LeBeau on Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, Oglala Lakota Nation. They sometimes call themselves, but I think on the map it still says Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. So people don't know Oglala, but people know Pine Ridge, so I'll use the word Pine Ridge. Okay. Uh, this guy is a fake medicine man. That's something I've always known. And this young guy, I can't remember his name now, Todd something. He, when he was a young man, he really, wanted to live a spiritual life based on our concepts. And so he went to this medicine man, this fake medicine man, Jerome LeBeau, asking him questions and stuff like that, and learning and this Jerome LeBeau said, the only way you're going to learn is to be my assistant. The best way to learn is to be my assistant. So he learned a lot of things, and almost every one of those things was concerning deceiving people in sweat lodge ceremonies, and trying to give the impression that spirits were coming into the sweat lodge ceremony, and he was using iPod, he was using lights that you can find at a hardware store, and a lot of fake things, and he just got tired of that. This young man, uh, he got tired of fooling people. He said, "Why are we doing this? Yeah, and why I don't want to do this for you anymore." He said, "I can't be a part of your deception of the people. The people all worship you like you're a god or something, and they don't really know that you're really deceiving everybody. That nobody has ever been cured. Yeah, everything is power of suggestion. Everything is special effects, like a magician. Nothing is real." So he threatened to go public about this, and this Jerome LeBeau had his henchmen chase this guy and kill him, shoot him. They shot him in the back of the head, execution style. So this is this shows you that Jerome LeBeau is not a real medicine man, because a real medicine man does not threaten others by saying, "If you do this, the spirits are going to get you." See, that's a threat. That's like a Catholic priest saying, if you don't follow our rules, you're going to burn in hell. Do you see the similar thought there behind those two statements? It's the same thought. This is not love. This is deception. This is a lie, and this is fake. So this means Jerome LeBeau is a fake medicine man. Okay, and that's something I've always known too. I mean, there's things about him that he's doing that require fluency in Lakota language, and he's not that way. So that was my first red flag that I knew he was a fake. So there's another one from Cheyenne River by the name of David Miner. He's coming into prominence a little bit too. This is another fake medicine man. This guy does not speak Lakota. He can sing some songs. He can know some knowledge about conducting ceremonies, but he's not a medicine man. He's fake. Yeah, but he's trying to give the impression to others that he's a medicine man. And he learned from another fake medicine man named Sidney Keith. This guy was a fake medicine man too, from Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation. His real name is Sidney Eagle Chasing, but in the 1970s, he didn't want to have an Indian-sounding last name, so he changed his name to Keith and moved to the city. A real medicine man lives in the country. A real medicine man has to live in nature, because that's where their power is coming from. A medicine man has no power. He channels healing power from nature. And this Sidney Keith, he lived in Rapid City. There's nothing, natural about that. This guy was not a good man. He was very deceptive. One of my best friends, from the 1990s, he got prostate cancer, and he went to this Sidney Keith, and Sidney Keith was making him do all kinds of things. Nothing worked. Yeah, and so my best friend went to another fake medicine man from Pine Ridge called Charles Fasthorse. And Charles Fasthorse told my best friend that, yeah, you're going to grow old to be You're going to grow to be an old man, he said. That's what the spirits say. 2 weeks later, he was dead. Not the medicine man. My best friend. The cancer came strong and took his life. See, these most of the medicine men today are fakes. The real ones, they live way out in the country. Yeah, they don't know. I mean, they don't have time to write books and do seminars and things like that. They have to be in nature because that's where the healing power is coming from. So they're not going to be living in towns, even if it's a small town of 200 people. They're not going to live there. They need to live in the country because that's where the healing power is. Yeah, they don't live in the city or towns or villages. That's how it is. Yeah. So, but all these fake medicine men, they all have a lot of things in common. For one thing, they're dualistic. Yeah, they'll say you got to do it this way or you'll die. See, they're giving you only two options. Remember what I said about duality. And then they're also linear thinkers. Like they'll say, okay, you got to uh, go into the sweat lodge and make it as hot as possible. And that's linear thinking. You heard me say some things about that too. Yeah, that's not our way. That shows me these medicine men are fake. And some of them are sexual predators. Yeah, some of them are sexual predators too. And when you are touched, when they touch your penis or vagina, you don't know what to do. You're freaking out, and they say, "Oh, it's the spirits." You know what? The spirits, they don't need anything from your penis or your vagina. That's not even important to them. Yeah. So, um, any of you out there, if you've been to a sweat lodge ceremony and somebody touched you in the privates, report it right away because if a medicine man says that that's the spirits and they're just giving you healing and that's the only way it can go through, that's a lie. That is an absolute lie. Yeah, that is an absolute lie. Because the medicine men who say that, they're using something from Eastern philosophy with this concept of chakras, with this first one beginning in where the groin is. This is not the Lakota way. In the Lakota way, it's near the head. There's 4 points, and the healing begins in one of those points. It's not in your private area. Yeah. So again, if you have been to a sweat lodge ceremony and your vagina or your penis was touched, you need to report that person to the authorities immediately because that was a sexual attack. That was not the spirits. Yeah, and that person, don't be afraid of him because he's just a man and he's a fake medicine man. He has absolutely no power. He can't do anything to you. The only problem he could present is usually these fake medicine men, they have like a Gestapo, a private security people, and they will harass you. That's the problem. Yeah, that is the problem. But that should say something to you too. That should also say that's not a real medicine man because the real medicine man does not need security. Yeah, a real medicine man does not need Gestapo. A real medicine man lives alone. So report it and find yourself a safe location because If like what does Jerome LeBeau? See, he has his Gestapo, and he ordered them to kill this guy. I forgot his name again. Todd something. I got to remember that because um, I did a show on that not too long ago. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Um, uh, Typing some things in the Google and see if I can find it real fast. Yeah, here it is. Todd Littlebull is his name. He was going to expose this fake medicine man, Jerome LeBeau.